Hey, what's going on, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about Naruto. Now, this is my first video talking about Naruto, so I thought, what better video to make than the top 5 fights? Because a lot of people watch Naruto only for the fights. Like, if I could think of 3 words to describe this show, they would probably be, they be boxing. Because they be boxing. Almost every single episode, they're throwing hands. And that's why it's kind of hard to just only pick 5 fights that stand head and shoulders above the rest, but I think I did it. I think this is a pretty accurate list. Now, coming in at number 5 is a fight that a lot of people put as the best fight in Naruto, but I don't really see it. It's Rock Lee versus Gaara. Now, don't get me wrong, man. I enjoyed this fight and all, but there just wasn't any emotions behind it, you know? Like, it was clean how he dropped the weights and everything, but they weren't, like, fighting for anything other than to be tuning, you know? I want the fights that I watch to be emotional, filled with, like, backstories and stuff. It just wasn't that emotional. I enjoyed the fight, but it's overhyped in my opinion. Now, coming in number 4 is Naruto versus Sasuke. And really, all of their fights take this spot because every single one of them were so emotional. Because you could really just tell that Sasuke hated Naruto, and Naruto just wanted to be rivals, you know? And Sasuke wasn't coming around to it at first. But as they progressed fighting, Sasuke couldn't help but think, hey, this dude pretty strong. This dude's the only one who can give me a fight these days, you know? It's like that's how they communicate with each other, by boxing. And I just think all these fights are very well choreographed. Now, coming in at number 3 is probably the most well choreographed and animated fight out of this entire list. And this fight isn't from Naruto or Naruto Shippuden. This fight is from Boruto, and that's Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki. This is actually the fight that convinced me to watch Naruto in the first place. I was on a bus ride back home with my friend, and he was like, bro, you should watch Naruto. And I was like, I don't know, man. It's pretty long. But he showed me Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki, and I was like, oh my god. Like, you want to see some hands thrown? Watch that fight. They were straight boxing. And it was also like a power flex of Naruto and Sasuke. Like, it's the first power flex that we saw in Boruto. Because Kinshiki, Momoshiki's like underling, was just slicing planets in half casually. And Sasuke beat his ass. And then Momoshiki want to fight, so I'm like, he got to be stupid powerful. He's going to, like, destroy them. But no, Naruto and Sasuke actually held their own. And according to the data book, Naruto is actually equal to Momoshiki, at least at the time of that fight. That fight was just super well choreographed and animated, and it's hard to talk about Naruto fights without putting that one in there. That fight is just fantastic overall. If it had some emotions behind it, that would probably be number 1. Now, coming in number 2 is Naruto versus Pain. Now, this is the probably most well-known fight out of all these. Even people who don't watch Naruto know about Naruto versus Pain. So Pain just destroyed the village, destroyed everything that Naruto grew up in. So it was just a perfect opportunity for him to achieve his dream, to be recognized by everyone in the village that he loved so much. So Sakura calls his name, and he appears in probably the most epic fashion in the entire series, I might add. Now, this power boost was just insane. Anytime there's a power boost in a fight, it's automatically a fantastic fight in my opinion. He just flexed how much stronger he got, because if he fought him before getting Sage Mode, he would have gotten stomped on. And this fight also showed Naruto's like battle IQ. He knows how to use shadow clones, man. Say what you want, but he knows how to use shadow clones. He left his shadow clones on the Sage Island so he could use Sage Mode for an extended period of time. That was crazy, man. Like, who thinks of that? And to top it all off, this fight was hella emotional. Like, best believe there were some tears when I was watching this, bro. I was crying. Now, to be fair, there was a talk no jutsu moment at the end, but I'm not even counting that. All I'm counting is when Naruto and Pain were straight boxing. And that fight is definitely the second best fight in Naruto, in my opinion. Now, coming in number 1 for the best fight in Naruto is Sakura versus Ino. Nah, hell nah, bro. I'm just playing. That's the most trash fight in all of anime, let alone Naruto. The for real best fight in Naruto is Obito versus Kakashi. Up to that point in the series, that was probably the most well animated and choreographed fight in all of Naruto. They weren't even using jutsu, they were just throwing hands. Like, you could tell Kakashi really loved this dude like his brother. Who knows? I think Obito kind of did too. This fight was just so emotional. This one definitely made me cry, most definitely. I usually don't like flashbacks during fights, but they used the aspect of flashing back so well in this fight, and it was just fantastic. It went from them fighting in present day back to them sparring in when they were kids, and it was overall just so good. This is most definitely the best fight in Naruto. This is my favorite fight by far. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what y'all think the best fight in Naruto is. I'll catch y'all later, man.